Honey, is it on? Is it on? Is this thing recording? What's up, YouTube land, Twitter land, Instagram land, Snapchat, Grindr, Scruff, BGC, Jack, Facebook, Periscope, and last but not least, every single one of my bitches, iHeartRadio. This is TS Madison coming to you loud, live, and always and forever in color from the Outlaws podcast with me. Today I have a very special guest. This person that's sitting here on the podcast today is a very, very prominent figure in our queer community. He does major work for our health and we party in any form that you can think of it. We party, but I brought him here today on the Outlaws podcast because there are a lot of people who are doing a lot of work in our community that does not get elevated in the spaces as they should. And I think that the work that this man is doing is remarkable, especially during the time of this political climate that we're going through right now, where so many things for queer people and people dealing with HIV, AIDS, it's prominent now that people like him are elevated and stand in the forefront so that they know that even though the government is against you, the community is not. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like for you to put your hands together for my guest, Tristan Schukraft. Did I say that right?
You did. You did. I'm impressed.
What is it? Is it German?
That's German.
It's not Dutch.
German. It's not Dutch, no.
You know I've double Dutched with the German before.
You've done... I'm sure you have.
Jump rope. I did.
Jump rope?
It was kind of something to that degree.
Yeah. I'm pretty much 96% German.
96% German?
I would say, because all my boyfriends are Latino, I would have more Latino in me, but 96%.
Oh, so tú hablas español también?
Oh, gosh, no, but we want to hear all my reasons why I don't speak Spanish? You speak Spanish. I'm so impressed. At my birthday party, you said you sang
Beady Beady Bum Bum, because I was like,
Spanish.
I was really trying to figure out if I was Puerto Rican or not. But I found out that I was Mexican in Puerto Vallarta.
Puerto Vallarta.
Tristan, you have like so many different venues and avenues of things that you have going on that's in your life. You are a. Can I tell your business?
Yes, you can
You're
tell my.
You're a wealthy man.
I am.
You
are
a
wealthy
fortunate man. You own a lot of shit.
I do. Anything gay.
Anything gay. So my question to you, like kind of like off the grid, just for a second, like I admire you because a person that has so much gives.
Yeah, I always say that, the only thing better than making money is giving it away. And it's true.
Well,
not all of it, of course.
Not all of it. You can't,
give all of it away. But
you owned a tech company first.
Yes. I started my first company when I was 21 doing e-ticketing for the airline industry.
Really?
So depending on which profile you view, that was between 15 and 25 years ago.
So my thing is you are an established business person, philanthropist, and gay.
Yep, I am.
Here on this show, we have our guest talk their shit.
Talking shit.
And I want you to be able to understand that the reason why we created this segment on the show is because as queer people, we're taught that you got to be humble. Don't brag, don't flaunt, because people will take the stuff away from you. And the more successful you are, the more people want you to not have that success.
I know.
So here on the
They
Outlaw,
either love you or they hate you.
and I don't give a fuck about either one of them.
Me
okay,
too.
as long as you spend your money. But here on this podcast, I made this segment specifically for people to come here and just brag it out.
Brag it out.
Because we don't want you to be, this is not the time to be humble. Because if people tell you, oh, you need to be humble because God will take that away. Honey, God gave it to me. So here's an example of how I want you to do it, because I want people, when they watch this show, they'll be able to look at you and be like, either they're going to love you or hate you. Hi, my name is TS Madison. I am the first Black transgender woman to executive produce and star in her own reality television series that debuted on WeTV. I am a songwriter, an accredited songwriter, and also featured on the 2022 Renaissance album. I have a song with Beyonce. I have starred in Tyler Perry films. I've starred in Lee Daniels movies and television shows. I've hosted countless things. I have my own talk, radio, blah, 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 blah. So you already know who I am, but this is not about me. Now I'm turning the spotlight on Tristan. Tristan, so you saw that example?
I did see that example.
Do that, but do it even deeper.
Even deeper. All right.
Have you ever heard somebody say go deeper?
I have heard very often. But yeah, my name is Tristan. I'm born and raised here in LA and a serial entrepreneur. I have over 100 companies. I'm a college dropout. So a lot of people think that just because you're a college dropout, you can't achieve what you want to do. I'm loud and proud, never let that hold me back. But yeah, I started my first company when I was 21 and doing e-ticket for the airline industry. And then from there, I launched Mistr about 8 years ago because I was trying to help people, get connected to PrEP for the first time in a generation. We could eliminate HIV if everyone's on PrEP and those that are positive or virally suppressed. Mm-hmm. So I really wasn't looking for a full-time job, but it became one. And then, now I have 7 hotels. I launched Tryst Hotels 2 years ago. And that was just to kind of create a space that I wanted. So people go, how did you get this idea? And it was like going to the Ritz-Carlton of the Four Seasons and they didn't have music by the pool, or my boyfriends couldn't, wear a thong, couldn't hold hands. There's no sugar-free Red Bull in the minibar. So I have Tryst Hotels. I acquired the Abbey a couple of years ago. I own some of the most iconic LGBTQ nightlife venues throughout the country. Provincetown, Fire Island, again, the Abbey, Circo, Puerto Rico.
Puerto Vallarta.
Well, that's our flagship hotel.
I love it.
I love Puerto Vallarta. That's like my home away from home. And I'm together with my forever fiance, Melvin. We're in like 3 thruples. I'm in 1 thruple with him and 2 other thruples, but altogether 6 boyfriends. Why have 1 when you can have 6, right? And
this makes me want to say, what's your sign? Are you a Gemini?
I'm a Taurus.
Oh, so I see you and your boys in the jet.
Yes. It's my favorite thing in the whole world. Right after my boyfriends.
Wait a minute. So you have a private jet too?
I do. Yes. It's my, how else am I going to shuttle around 6 boyfriends?
Okay, before we get on
and
that.
3 dogs.
Hey, before we get on that, well, how you got 6 boyfriends, child? How did that happen?
I don't know how that happened, actually. It obviously started with Melvin. We've been together for 7 years. And then, we just hang out and, one night leads to a weekend or a week and friendships develop into boyfriends. So yeah, we're like one family. We live, like, this is how I got in the hotel business. It was cheaper than paying all their rent.
Who do you love the most?
Oh, I love them all.
The same.
God, what are you putting me on the spot? You can get me in trouble when I get home.
Oh, no,
you just want to see us fight.
No, I don't want to see y'all.
I date a bunch of Latinos.
You know what? A good fight might be good for the relationship.
That is very true. There's nothing like make-up sex, right?
All right. There's this old saying, it ain't tricking if you got it. Would you buy pussy?
Would I buy? I always say don't pay for sex, but pay a lot of money for sex.
Yeah. I think what people don't understand about getting
6 boyfriends, Latinos, they're very expensive.
Very expensive. Yes, very porque. You know? So if you have money and you want to have a good time.
Why not? I don't understand. I honestly, like, paying for sex, why not? Like, I feel bad for, like, guys that are going out there and whining and dining. I mean, first of all, I don't know what gay dating is like. I don't know what the ideal date is, but certainly isn't eating a full meal. Right. I mean, that's bad. Then you go to a movie and you're not talking, right?
Right.
So, I mean, going and having a drink, that's like, I guess, the ideal date. But guys or even women who are going out there and whining and dining and they're spending all this money, why don't you just pay and have sex, right?
I mean, that's the way for it. But then you have men who say things to women like, what I'm saying? Like,
by the way, if that's your only objective, okay? I mean, maybe you want a real connection and you're looking for...
I don't like that look.
I don't know. Maybe you want a long-term relationship.
You have men that say like, oh, I ain't buying no pussy.
Yeah. But I mean, if you want sex and you're whining and dining someone for that with that intention, I mean, you probably could pay less and have sex when you want it with who you want.
Like,
And it's your body. Why can't you do what you want with it?
I respect a person who knows that I don't sell pussy no more.
No.
But I will. But I respect a person that, understands that when you come to fuck, it's lights on in here. When you come to fuck,
You keep the lights on?
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to have heat or air conditioning. It's licensed air freshener.
Aren't you creating enough heat?
Yeah, but you got to have something to cool off after that.
Oh, okay. Yes.
It's just respect that you're coming into a nice place. We ain't fucking on the floor. Wait a minute. Hold on. It's a nice floor.
That's not an option?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it's a nice floor.
I thought there was like an a la carte menu.
Well, it could be.
Okay.
But you come in, you're safe. You know what I'm saying? It's like this. So I've always respected a John because the John knows it's the man that wants that fuck me for free that I just didn't really have a lot of respect for.
Right.
Because this is like, motherfucker, you know that I've given you a freshly douched pussy.
Uh-huh.
I have given you clean sheets. I have given you safety and security. You know what I'm saying? Why are you trying to talk me and I just giving you this for nothing? You know what I'm saying? So I've always respected the man that understands that it is a process. It is a process. It is a thing. Like, so I respect you. It's the ones that would be trying to fuck me for free that I'd be like, oh God. Did you know you can get your PrEP for free? PrEP is a once daily pill that's up to 99% effective at preventing the transmission of HIV. Mistr makes it easy and free to get started. All online, no doctor's office, and no paperwork. They also provide free DoxyPep, a simple antibiotic you take after sex to help prevent certain STIs. Kind of like morning after pill for STIs. Whether you have insurance or not, Mistr's got you covered in 3 easy steps. 1, sign up at Mistr.com. 2, consult with a licensed doctor online. And 3, complete your at-home testing kit. Then your medication is delivered discreetly right to your door. It's safe, easy, and completely judgment-free. Protect yourself and protect each other. Sign up at Mistr.com today. Is it still on? Is it still on? Is it still recording? Hey guys, this is TS Madison, honey. And guess what? We're still recording. If you want to get the rest of this juicy and funny episode, please visit us at www.patreon.com/outlaws with TS Madison, honey, to get the real uncut version of the show. Because what? We're still recording. So, Tristan, you own everything.
Everything.
You own everything.
Almost everything.
Yeah, well. and you just acquired ownership of the Abbey.
Yes, I acquired the Abbey 2 years ago. That's kind of what prompted me to become the preserver of queer spaces. I just bought my first hotel in San Juan. That was kind of like my retirement project. Mm-hmm. And then I heard the Abbey was for sale. And I've been going to the Abbey for like 20 years. So, and I'm like, I remember years ago, a straight company, entertainment company, SBE, bought the Abbey, and it changed it dramatically. David Cooley was able to acquire it back, and I just didn't want it to fall in the wrong hands. I thought it was so important for the community. It's an institution. And so I bought the Abbey.
What was your most memorable experience there?
You know, when I bought the Abbey, I got...
Had you ever had an experience in the bathroom?
I probably did, yes.
If you don't remember that?
Yeah, you know, I remembered those. I do. It's not all of them, but you know, I was being interviewed and someone's like, "What's your most memorable, night at the Abbey?" And I was like, "God, I don't know. There's so many nights I don't remember, so those probably have to be the best ones." And then later, Melvin told me, we met at the Abbey, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's my most memorable experience."
You're supposed to be like, where?
And you know what? I invited him to the bathroom, and he goes, "I'm not going to the bathroom, you." Yeah, it's funny. You mentioned the bathroom.
I did.
It's not something I would do.
Well, listen, the Spirit whispered in my ear and said, "The bathroom."
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you about the Crown and Anchor. This is one of the other places that you own. Fire Island Pines. Can you walk us through how these venues came together and what it takes to build spaces that become cultural landmarks in the community?
Well, I didn't build the cultural landmarks. They were already there, and they needed saving. I mean, Fire Island has been around forever. I mean, talk about history. I mean, that place, the first tea dance was there. The invasion, there was a drag queen that came to the Blue Whale, was refused service, came back the next day with 5 friends and had to sit in. And now it's a tradition. It just celebrated its 50th anniversary last year. It's on 4th of July every year. Great party. And then, as I said, the first tea dance. But a lot of time in the 80s, when people were refused treatment for HIV or AIDS, actually at that point, there was the Pines Clinic that would serve them. So really, a lot of historical significance in the gay community, Fire Island. But yeah, so I didn't build the significance. I mean, that was done already. But now I'm definitely preserving and investing the money to make sure that it's there for this generation and the next generation.
Yeah.
Provincetown, same thing.
Well, there gets to be a lot of controversy around owning a lot of things and a lot of people being a part of it and stuff like that. I want to talk about this tea. Well, actually, spiked tea.
Spiked tea. I
want to talk about the drink spiking and drug use in the nightlife. In nightlife. Yeah.
Yeah. It's, I don't know if you've seen those talk about people spreading false rumors online, but, about Abbey being the most dangerous bar in America. I'd argue it's the safest bar in America.
Who said that?
I don't know.
Bitch.
I would name them if I knew.
You could just say some bitch
some
said
bitch
that.
said this online.
Yeah. Who said that, bitch?
It's one thing. I'm not really, I don't spend a lot of time on social media because I have so many companies I'm running. And I think that's a huge benefit. I don't get sucked into what everyone's thinking.
Now, you get sucked in, but you just don't get sucked in that.
Yeah, it's just mainly hot Latinos and Speedos. Okay, I'll be honest. I just spend my time focusing on those reels. But, drink spiking obviously is a crime. And we, if we ever find evidence of that, we report it to the authorities. It's a widespread problem. It's not just the Abbey. I mean, California passed a law that says, bars have to provide test strips for sale. We provide them for free. We provide lids. If you ever think your drink is spiked and you want a new one, or you just left it unattended and are unsure, we'll make you a new one free of charge. We have so many security cameras everywhere. It's like a Las Vegas casino.
Wait a minute.
Abbey.
So they saw me doing that in the Abbey last night.
If you did it in the bathroom, you're safe. That's the only place we don't have cameras is in the bathroom. And that's for your privacy and mine. But, our employees go through training and we have armed security guard, unarmed security guard. You think about your local bar, you might have a bouncer out front. I have 14 security guards at the Abbey.
Listen, when I get there, I'm going to attest to that's the safest place. When I get there, it's police outside. And then you come in and then it's like they're in the inside. And then like the sections, security, it's security and police.
Yeah. Well,
so
we
I
work
was
really
like,
closely with law enforcement.
Like, you can't do nothing in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing in there except the bathroom. You know, you got a little fun.
It's unfortunate people come to us and feel that their drink has been spiked. We do a thorough investigation. We check the cameras and whatnot. It's when people go straight to the media and start talking rather than coming to us first and getting the facts. I mean, obviously, I have no control of what people do before and after they come to the Abbey, right? But when people... Abbey is always an easiest scapegoat, and it's unfortunate because the Abbey is a gay institution, and when you suggest that your drink is spiked there, it creates maybe caution for people to come when it really is the safest place. And why am I preserving the Abbey? It's because people say Grindr killed the gay bar. I don't believe Grindr killed. Sometimes you want to order in, and sometimes you want to eat out, right?
Yeah.
And I still see those first time gays, right? They're like waiting outside the Abbey to bring, work up the courage to come in for the first time to a gay bar. I think gay bars are so important because you can be yourself. You're reminded that you're not alone, right? There's other people like you. And for us, our gay families are really our friends, right? And so if you don't have that ability to meet your gay family.
So basically, that's kind of like what the speculation and conspiracy theories that were circulating online were about. It was just about like, oh, the Abbey is unsafe. They're spiking drinks. They're doing this and blah blah blah. And like what I respect is that you said, oh, bitch, we'll test your drink
Right.
for free.
For free. Yeah. Free test strips. We'll remake your drink. Yeah. It is, like I said, the safest. We spend millions on security at the Abbey.
Yeah.
We get 1 million visitors a year. We're the world's largest gay bar. So we have to pay for that extra security. But as I said, you compare us to any other bar around the corner, free test strips, lots of security, lots of cameras.
Well, I want to ask about the macaroni and cheese.
The macaroni and cheese, oh, delicious.
Yeah, it is.
Do you know there's a pot pie? There's a secret menu, and there was a pot pie, and I didn't know. I saw people eating it. I'm like, oh my God. What's one have to do here? Buy the bar to get access to this secret menu?
Well, listen, there was one time years ago, I came there and I ate. Oh, this is gonna sound.
We have great food.
Yeah, you do. It actually. I came and did lunch at the Abbey after I shot some show. I think it was a show. It was a lunch. No, it wasn't this one. This was years before the Outlaws. I did a show. I've been doing TV a long time, honey. I've been selling pussy for a while. So I did a show. I came there. It was I know who it was. Have you ever heard of Corinne Steffen, Superhead?
No.
Superhead, Corinne Steffen. She wrote the tell-all book about all the people's dicks, shit she sucked, and all the.
Is it a picture book? Because it could be interesting.
Listen, I would have loved for it to be a picture because there were some prominent names in that. And so we left after we did our podcast on what is the thing? The one, whatever. It's not iHeart. And so we left.
It's not Outlaws.
It's definitely not Outlaws, because I say what the fuck I feel. So we left there. We went to the Abbey, and I had macaroni and cheese. I had some chicken, some. It was a lot. I sat there and I got full as hell, and I got drunk. And I had a really good time.
Even with all that mac and cheese in your system?
All that mac and cheese. Listen, there wasn't no dick going in there. Now, the next day.
Yeah.
Oh, by ya shata, idiotable honey. That's called speaking.
See, I'm a traditional gay. I do the mac and cheese on Monday after the weekend.
Oh, you do it after the weekend.
Then,
Well, listen, they say a girl knows her body. Girls say, I know my body.
I do know my body.
I know my body. So, I do thank you for clearing that up, because as long as I've been coming to LA and going to the Abbey and stuff like that, like that stupid shit that I heard that was the first time me ever hearing that. But I do think that a lot of times as people look you up and they know that you're a wealthy man, and people that have wealth have people that are always somewhere after it or trying to
I love it. My favorite thing is people say, I'm going to sue you. And I say, get in line. What's the point of having 60 law firms on retainer if no one's going to sue you?
Wait a minute, you
right?
got 60 law firms on retainer?
Over 60 law firms,
Do you
which
have
is
one
crazy.
to get a hoe out of
Probably.
Wanted to get a hoe out of a bad pussy charge? I might have sold some bad pussy one night, honey.
Everybody, it's crazy. Everybody wants to sue me. It's
why?
terrible.
Why do you think that? Why?
I think people look for a quick buck, right?
Why don't they just get a quick fuck and you give them a couple dollars? Did you know you can get your prep for free? Mistr provides 100% free prep and doxypep prescribed online and delivered right to your door discreetly. Whether you have insurance or not, Mistr's got you covered in 3 easy steps. 1, sign up at Mistr.com. 2, consult with a doctor online. 3, complete your at-home test kit. And then your prep and doxypep come right to your door. No doctor's office, no needles, no paperwork. Easy, judgment-free, and totally online. Head to Mistr.com and get started today.
I don't know how I fell into this position of preserving queer spaces, but it's one I can do, and I'm proud to be in the position to do it. But really, it kind of started with one too many mojitos on the beach in San Juan, Puerto Rico. I was looking at this car park on the beach, and I said, oh my God, this could be a gay beach club. It was right in front of the gay beach. And my realtor told me that, well, it's already sold, but what about the hotel next door? I didn't even notice the hotel. And it was called the Tryst. And my nickname as a kid was called Tryst, Tris, right? So it was a bit of a sign. And I later learned because the owner said, well, what are you going to do with this? And I thought, oh my God, I want to make it a gay hotel. And I thought when I told them this, that they were going to say, yeah, no, thank you. But they actually loved the idea. And that's actually why I got the hotel. And then I found out it used to be called the Atlantic, which was a gay hotel. But this all was inspired by, I saw an opportunity on the beach and I'm like, this is a gay beach. We need a gay beach club. And years ago I watched The Birdcage and I thought, oh, when I retire, I can have a hotel on the beach and entertain and drink all day.
So when you watched The Birdcage, did you watch the French version, For All Our Colleagues? I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't watch that one. I watched the one.
You watched the one with Robin Williams. Yeah.
Such a great movie. It's really, I can't believe how old that movie is.
Yeah, well, it's a remake it was a French one. Like, can somebody tell me, La Cage aux Folles? La Cage aux Folles? Oh, okay. Well, j'ai pas foncé aussi.
Oh, another language.
Well, I'm try.
Oh, that's good.
I'll try anything once.
Exactly. I'm right there with you.
So let's talk about the Tryst Hotels. You have, I know I've been to the one in Puerto Vallarta.
Yes.
That's but you
flagship.
have one in Chicago, Fire Island Pines, Provincetown. Oh, one's coming in Rio de Janeiro.
I love all my children, all my hotels, but Rio is going to be spectacular. It's going to be a bathhouse, a gym, a nightclub, a restaurant, rooftop pool about 23 stories above Ipanema Beach, hotel rooms. It's going to be an ecosystem. There would be no need to leave the hotel except that there's beautiful beaches outside and even more beautiful men.
Oh.
Have you been to Rio?
I've never been to Rio.
Oh, you're going to love it. Just came back from Carnival.
I'm going to host the grand opening.
You got to come down.
I'm going to host the grand opening, honey, down there in Rio. You have one in San Juan and Wilton Manors.
Yes.
So how did the Tryst Hotels expansion happen, and what was the vision behind creating queer hospitality for destinations worldwide?
I just wanted a place where you could be who you wanted to be, right? You don't have to look over your shoulder or tone down your behavior. We say you can be your best self even on your worst behavior, right? I mean, you're going to be, like my boyfriends and I will go to the Ritz-Carlton and, they don't feel comfortable wearing a thong. Or, you have one bed and, two people. I was in a throuple for a while. And people would always be like, oh, you have one bed. I'm like, yes, we're aware. So, I mean, our hotels are like, you come into our hotels, you're going to hear Lady Gaga, Dua Lipa, Demi Lovato playing in the lobby. It's not elevator music, right? And then we have great rooftop parties.
Good food.
Great food. Yes, we do.
Oh.
Great drag brunch every Sunday.
Yeah.
And wands in the showers. So when I bought my hotel in Puerto Vallarta, it was the rooms were done, but not the common areas.
Wait a minute, I missed the showers there. What's in the showers?
The wands. You can't. I mean, it's like that's how our hotels are all about the gays. So these bathrooms were beautiful, all done, but I had to spend $100,000 to rip them out.
Wait, I'm confused. What's a wand in the shower?
You can do this or unscrew it and.
Oh, like a douche.
A douche,
a douche in the shower. Oh, a built-in douche.
Oh, yeah.
Got it. So all the sheets will remain white your entire stay.
Exactly. Well, that's the intention. I mean, it cost me $100,000 to redo the bathrooms. People thought it was crazy, and I'm like, I'll get that back in sheets.
Yeah.
In just a matter of months.
I gotta go back to tell you about my stay that I had in Puerto Vallarta. You treated me so well.
You obviously did not use the wand.
I did not. I didn't have any company.
Oh.
So, but I was treated so well. The food was like I probably ate so much food there that I couldn't have company anyway. And it was like the hospitality is great. Is all the staff queer?
Not all of them, but a lot of them, yeah. People, that's one thing. We really treat our employees well. We have staff housing, like in Fire Island, actually. A lot of drama around that. But,
What's the drama?
Well, in Fire Island, I'm the first person in probably 2 decades willing to invest money into the community, right? I mean, I thought I was going to put some lipstick on it. And, I mean, the place is falling down, right? So I'm investing tens of millions of dollars to preserve Fire Island, right? And part of that, I'm putting $3 million into staff housing. Two people live in 80 square feet, and 4 people share a 40 square foot bathroom. And people, like there's a handful of people in Fire Island that are objecting to me rebuilding staff housing.
Why? Why would they do that?
I have no idea. But they say, 80 square feet, that's adequate. And I'm like, it's a good thing I wasn't at the community meeting because I'd be like, how big is your house? 2,000 square feet? Oh, good. Shut the fuck up and sit down.
Right.
I mean, why is it a problem to improve staff housing. But
So basically what you're telling me is that you're getting pushback because you want to give better staff housing for the employees.
yes, which is ludicrous.
But
right?
who's giving you that kind of pushback?
Just a handful of people in Fire Island, unfortunately. But as you know, it's all about,
So are these
a handful
people,
of people.
Are these people queer?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Since we're here, let's talk about it. Do you think that a lot of your adversities or a lot of people that want to give you a lot of pushback are people that look like you or is it the same thing that you are, like gay?
I think in general, when you're successful, either people admire you and strive to be like you, learn from you, and then there's the other half that just hates you and just want to tear you down. Like, why would you object to staff housing or any of the improvements I'm making? Because when we go into a community, I think it's really important to treat your employees right. Mm-hmm. Like in Puerto Vallarta, our employees only work 5 days a week. Standard is 6 days a week. We pay them well. We provide staff housing in Provincetown and Fire Island. And I think it should be to the same caliber as our hotel rooms. In fact, I spent $33,000 per unit in Puerto Vallarta making staff housing there for some of our seasonal employees. And then I think these are the people that are coming, waking up every day, especially in Fire Island and Provincetown. Those people work, long hours, right? And they're coming, they're away from family and friends, and they're giving you the best experience, right? But so you have to treat them. So I feel like if you invest in your employees, you get great results.
But why do you think that the queer people are trying to attest to that? Like, why do you think, is it because you're doing better than them or
I think a lot of it is they feel threatened that I'm doing better than them, yeah.
Were these previous owners or?
Yes. I think it makes the previous owners maybe look bad. For example, when I walked around Fire Island, I said, there's no TVs. And the previous owner said, well, these are kids. They don't need TVs. I'm like, a TV is $200. What, I'd like to watch TV for 20 minutes when I go to bed just to get my mind reset. But I mean, it's $200 for a TV. Why? I don't get it. The logical answer is there's no rhyme or reason.
What I like about you is that you're really not throwing them under the bus. I would have tore their motherfucking ass up. I would have tore them up. I'd have been like, y'all had those fucking people living in 80 square foot, and now you're mad at me because I'm trying to put TVs in there. You
know why? Because one of the former managers still has a business on Fire Island, and his staff housing is not up to par. That's really what it is. And then you rally. Some people just like to bitch and moan to have something to bitch and moan about.
So what you're telling me is, honey, you're saving his face.
Yeah. I'm being nice.
You don't have to here, because we don't give a fuck about all that shit.
My PR goes, you can't say that, you can't say that.
No, I wanted you to cuss their motherfucking ass out over there. Mm-hmm. How you got these people living in the fucking shoebox.
Exactly.
And telling them that they can't watch TV.
You're right. It's bullshit.
Yeah, that's crazy. Why in the hell would I get up and carry my big ass to work and be like, bitch, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? It would really impede on the way that I treat the guests.
Yeah. You're tired, you're going to be cranky.
Tired. My nuts is bothering me, honey. My socks and shoes is stink, bitch. And I'm walking around here in this
80 square feet. Do you know how small that is?
Yeah, I know.
Someone's popping a squat right where you're sleeping. It's terrible.
And it's like, you want me to get up and go and out here and it's hey, welcome to this, welcome. Hi, welcome to the hotel. And I got to go back and wrap up under some sheets.
Yeah.
But this is why, I tell you, you don't have to save no fucking body here. Because when let me tell you something, when a bitch gets the opportunity to
throw me under the bus, they'll do it in 2 seconds.
That's exactly what the fuck
they
gonna do. They ain't gonna think twice about it. Right now, I'm going through a whole court case with a person that was stalking me and doing all this kind of crazy shit. When I set foot in that courtroom and I looked at that motherfucker in his face, immediately tears and shit it started to bubble up in me, and I started to feel compassion. I started to feel compassion. Moments when the judge started asking us questions or whatever, he was like, Mr. Madison, sir. I was like, oh, bitch. Now, I'm sitting here with this deep compassion of like, damn, you black, you in jail, you in this small ass fucking town. They gonna mop your ass over here because you done brought this public attention over here. And the first thing that you do, you misgender me, you know. And my peoples told me, my lawyer leaned over me and said, bitch, you better don't give that bitch no mercy, because if he was sitting over here on this side, he would be one of those people to press your ass like a panini.
Yeah.
And so you give him the same energy. And so that's why here on the show, when we talk about this stuff, you give them motherfuckers the same energy that they would give you. You got to think about, if they were sitting in this seat, they would tear your ass up.
Yeah, they would.
And so since that is,
It's crazy. So, I mean, you feel safe now? Less safe, right?
I always feel unsafe.
Yeah. Well, you have a really cute bodyguard, actually.
Yeah, he is, but you can't have him though.
Oh, okay.
Let me. Can I? Listen, we don't do throuples.
We don't do throuples.
I only let Fish have him. Honey. That's it. Fish can have him, but they can't. The rest of the girls can't. If you got nuts and shit, that's off the Richter scale.
Yeah.
Shit, he better have a hard time to meet me having fucking nuts. So I have a question. I want to bring you back at the top of what you said about Mistr, because I heard you say you created Mistr, and I'd like for you to elaborate just a tad bit more on what Mistr does.
Yeah, Mistr is, we serve 700,000 patients across the U.S., all 50 states, D.C. and Puerto Rico. It's completely free. When I started Mistr, it was really complicated to get on PrEP, and PrEP is the once-a-day pill that eliminates HIV, or prevents HIV, I should say. And it's we expanded. We launched in Palm Springs Pride, and our goal was that's the beginning of November. And our goal was to get like 300 people signed on before the end of the year. We got 375, and now we do more than that in one day. We have like 700,000. We represent 20% of all scripts, but it is completely free and making a huge impact. And we do long-term HIV care as well. It's very rewarding. I mean, it wasn't something that I was looking to get into, but it was a need, and I think we owe it to the generation before us that didn't have these tools to take advantage of them. And for the first time in a generation, we can eliminate HIV.
So where would you be able to get that from? Like, where should people go to learn more or access the care?
Well, you can go to Mistr.com and our sister site, Sister.com. Actually, 30% of our, we're really LGBT focused, but 30% of our user base, our patients do not identify as gay, because really HIV, of course, is not a gay disease.
It's not. And I'm so glad we're here with that right now. I'm so glad that we stopped right at that statement, because I want to say you're here on the Outlaws podcast because, I have a large audience, but a lot of my audience is Black and brown people. I live in Atlanta. Atlanta has a very, very high,
one of the highest in the country
amongst Black women. Mm-hmm. The importance of this right now, especially during this political climate, is it can't be. There's no words that you can put on it. I'm currently going through shit right now with people who are angry with me because they say I hate Black women. And because I sat on Nene Leakes podcast.
I love Nene.
I do. I love Nene
she's
too.
Great.
Yeah. But I sat on her podcast and
I have a white oven in my, I always do.
A white refrigerator?
I got rid of the white refrigerator, but I was telling her the other day, and I'm like, oh my God, don't judge me. And when I do interviews in the back, I have a white oven. Oh, Rusty. It's going to be remodeled.
But is it's a.
So my hotel, we have our flagship in Puerto Vallarta, but I live in the penthouse of our hotel in San Juan. It's not renovated yet. So I have a white oven.
I live in the penthouse.
It's not as luxurious as it sounds.
But it's a penthouse always is luxurious.
It is. Yeah.
But I want to go back to the Nene Leakes thing, because I got into it's something that became very divisive amongst Black trans women and Black women. Because on the show, she asked me, do I date gay men? Or do I only know gay men? And I said, no, I don't only know gay men. I don't date gay men. Men who date me don't identify as gay men. And then we started talking about, she asked me about PrEP. She said, do you think I should be taking PrEP? I said, yes, I think you should be taking PrEP because, the numbers are high among Black women. And the only person that's going to really protect you is you. So the discourse went crazy online.
Right.
Like they started saying that I hate black women because I was trying to poison black women's body with medications that people don't know anything about.
Right.
And so in this warped thought process that people have, it's important that we talk about the numbers. It's important that we talk about the preventative methods. It's important that they know that this is something that they can get for free, and also that it is, again, not gay.
Right. That's the challenge with black women is black women, gay men know what PrEP is. Gay men are, promiscuous and highly sexual. And I think with black women, they don't know what PrEP is.
Mm-hmm.
They're skeptical, and then they don't think they need it. And what happens is they're in a relationship and they don't realize they're being cheated on, right? And so that's just one example. And then they get HIV.
Yeah. But the thing about it
I think anyone, this is one of the things that people get an STI test.
Mm-hmm.
If you're worried about getting gonorrhea, you should be worried about getting HIV. So if you're getting an STI test or you have an STI, you're a perfect candidate for PrEP.
Well, no one thinks about when they're taking an STI test, especially if they're straight. Nobody's thinking about it. It's like, oh, well, this, again, because it's been associated with a gay disease. But the important part about this is you have to look at, when we're talking about this stuff, I understand the apprehension with black women and even black people because of the way that the government experimented on our bodies and stuff, like, like the crimes that the government did against us. So I get it. But if you're looking at the numbers are high and you're looking at a black trans person or a black gay man is telling you this stuff or whatever, and then, you have a white man that's wealthy and prominent and is saying like, hey, I'm helping the community, and the trust factor is still crazy. When you combine two people together whose only goal is to eradicate something evil from not just one community, like from communities, period, I think people should really pay attention. What I appreciate about you is that you utilize the Abbey, you utilize your resources, you bring together, you brought some of the most amazing stars together to push and to stand on Mistr, which, helps the community. I want to know, and this is off the grid, have you ever feared like receiving a backlash like that, like I got?
About pushing PrEP?
Yeah.
No. I mean, my mission is simple: eliminate HIV. I mean, that's really what motivates me with Mr. and Sister. And I think what you're alluding to is me telling black women that they need to be on PrEP is not going to be well received, right? And so that's one of, I think, why Mr. is so successful, because we have white guys, because we have to be diverse, but at one point it was all black and brown because that's what I like.
Okay.
But when you're hearing from someone that looks like you, that speaks like you, that maybe from the same town as you, you're going to be much more receptive to it.
I believe that, and that's why it's important.
I mean, Cardi B, we had the National PrEP Day at the Abbey, and Cardi B was there, and she did an Instagram live video on her true voice. It was hilarious. I mean, people were responding in real time.
Yeah.
I mean, individuals like you, Cardi B, everyone has
Nene
a real...
was there,
Nene Leakes was there.
Yeah.
And you just have this great potential to make an impact on your community. Right?
And it's important that's the goal. You live a very happy life. Are you happy?
I am very happy. I'm really happy. I mean, I've had so much success. I started Mistr with a mission in mind and didn't think it would ever be as big as it is. I bought my first hotel because I thought, I want a little pet project, and now we have 7 hotels. I own iconic institutions like the Abbey. I don't have a routine. Every day I wake up and I don't know what I'm doing. Last night we were at the GLAAD Awards. Yeah. I was like, there's a lot of good television. I wish I had time to sit at home and watch some Netflix.
You do know
I just don't have that time.
You do know that I was going to suggest, like before we got into the last segment of the show, I was going to suggest with Mistr being a part of a lot of things, Have you ever thought about creating original programming?
Yes, it is. That idea has popped up in marketing and PR meetings.
Why have you not?
I think it's all on the drawing board.
Because you always can control your own narrative with the way, you create.
You're talking about like scripted segment like we saw.
Not just
a lot
a
of them.
segment, this is a Mr. Original, like a to-be original.
Yeah.
Mr. Original or like get you a spot or
Are you trying to get me to create more work? I'm trying to like retire here and I keep
How do you never retire?
I'm never going to retire.
Never.
I every time I see a business that could be better, I'm like, oh, I could do this. And Melvin goes, oh my God, how many more businesses do you want? We're about to launch another venture now in a couple weeks. And again, it's just like, I see a business and I think I could do that better. And that's what motivates me. It's less about the money, right? I've already got the money and I've already got the success. And so for me, it's about a challenge, building a brand, filling a void. I mean, I built Tryst Hotels around what I want. I want sugar-free Red Bull. I want protein bars in the mini bar. I want a wand in my shower, nice sheets, and be able to hang out at the pool in a thong. Not me, but my boyfriend.
You can wear a thong.
Yeah.
But again, the reason why I suggested that, because it's just like, we're on the brink. We were at the GLAAD Awards.
Uh-huh.
We are really on the brink of.
I think it's something that it's worth pursuing because there's so much consolidation now, right? And I think that's what's really powerful about GLAAD is that they ensure that our stories are being told, whether it's trans story, a gay story, lesbian story, somebody with HIV, somebody coming out, somebody who's positive and normalizing. I mean, that's what you work it into a storyline. And
yes.
It doesn't have to be the focal point of that movie or TV show. It's just one of the storylines. And then it just normalizes.
But that's what I was saying about creating original programming. Because, a Mr. Presents, on a channel. Like, how, you get you not a TV, what's not the free access or whatever, an app, like all these Zeus networks and all these little apps and stuff like that, these electronics and things like, and you create your own narrative. You create your own thing. You already have an infrastructure already. Yeah. And then you just make that happen. And then you can push the agenda, which is eradicating HIV.
Yeah. Or just being who you are, right?
Yeah.
By the way, I think when you're really true and authentic to yourself, you have better conversations. Mm-hmm. Like I was with Belinda Carlisle and we had lunch for like an hour. And then I opened up about my relationship and her husband was like, do you guys all sleep in the same bed? But then they started telling stories and I started telling stories and it was like a 3-hour So did
he
dinner.
start telling you that he sleeps with the other men in the room?
No, but he told me a lot of great stories.
I just was asking.
She was a rock star, and he was, good friends with Hugh Hefner. But, I do that. I try to be open and honest when having conversations with people because I think it's just more genuine than superficial bullshit, right?
So this brings me to the last segment of the show, which is called Ban It, Bitch. And I'm listening to you. I can kind of hear what you would ban. I don't want to, but this is the way that it works. Okay, so this part of the show is what, like we say what we would ban if we ruled the world, if we controlled the world, what that we would ban this and the other, whatever. I'll go first.
Okay.
And then you can just watch how I do it, and then you can do the thing. All right, you ready? You want to hear mine?
I want to hear yours.
All right, here we go. My name is TS Madison, honey, and if I ran the world, I would ban, this might be shady. I would ban, I don't think I should say this, because this going to fuck some shit up. Honey, we didn't win last night at the GLAAD Awards. I didn't know who the fuck those people's podcasts and stuff was, honey. I would ban those bitches putting up those people we don't know who the fuck they are. That's what I would ban. I would ban them posting all those people who we ain't never heard of a day in our fucking life, honey, and putting them on the roster because it's somebody's favorite. I would ban the favoritism around that bullshit. Now, I'm not saying nobody over there at GLAAD was favored to them people over there, but what I'm saying is a lot of them people we ain't never heard who the fuck they was, and I would ban all of that shit. Bitch, if you ain't got the credentials in the damn press, in the media, in the things, I don't give a fuck if you got 100,000 views, 10,000, 5,000. Bitch, if you ain't made it around the world and and been in the places and faces of people who can recognize you. I want to ban you from being able to be over there and win against bitches who was really out here doing the motherfucking thing. I want to ban bitches from favoritism. That's a minute.
That was a minute? Oh, wow. All right. Well, I'm Tristan, and I would ban HIV because I think we for the first time in a generation, we got the tools. If everyone's on negatives on PrEP, all of those that are positive or virally suppressed, we can eliminate HIV in our lifetime. So I would ban HIV, and I think my boyfriends would ban my Vans. If I had to see, I wore my Vans just for you.
Well, I know because I made a...
You made fun of me. You roasted me at my birthday party.
No, nobody can roast a rich bitch that wear Vans. I'm going to tell you why nobody can roast no rich bitch that wear Vans. Because, Zana, you can wear Vans, you can wear Gucci.
I can wear anything.
You can wear anything you motherfucker want, but you choose to be comfortable in your Vans.
Melvin actually bought me these Hermes shoes that were like $3,000 that look exactly like my Vans.
And you was like, bitch, I don't
like
want that.
$80.
I want the Vans.
I want that.
See, now the thing about it is you got to make sure your toes is right in there.
Got my toes right in there. You see it? You don't feel it?
Yeah, I feel I'm rubbing your toes. I want to make
size 12.
Oh, me too.
Oh, all right.
You better stop, Tristan, bitch. You know I'm a hoe. Tristan, I want to tell you thank you for coming. I want to tell you thank you so much for... I really am not just in awe, but I admire you for what you're doing with Mistr.
Oh, thank you very much. And sister, yeah.
We didn't talk about sister.
Well, sister is Mistr.
Sister is Mistr.
Mr. Sister.
Oh, it's just like it's the pink side.
It's the pink side, exactly.
Okay, there's the blue side and then there's the pink side.
Yes,
okay,
exactly.
Got it. Okay, got it. But I want to tell you, especially watching what's going on in Florida.
Mm. Yeah, absolutely. You know what? 20 states are now reducing their coverage for those that are positive, their AIDS drug assistance program. And right now we're actively working on a solution so that nobody's left behind.
Yeah. This government is evil.
Yeah. And it's not a gay issue because there's obviously a lot of people that are straight that are positive, right? But when you cut the funding or insurance and access to free drugs, then they're going to not be virally suppressed, and then they're going to spread the disease, and it becomes a bigger problem.
Bigger problem.
It's penny wise and pound foolish.
Yeah.
So yeah, so much going on every time I wake up, and I think, oh my God, something new. But it keeps me motivated. I mean, I love a challenge, and it's really rewarding to help eliminate HIV.
Thank you. Because listen, I remember being young watching it on TV, and President Reagan wouldn't even say, he wouldn't even mention it.
Well, that's another challenge is stigma. I mean, it's one pill a day to treat HIV. It's one pill a day to prevent HIV. It's a long, you're going to live forever, right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot worse diseases you could get.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had to choose like chronic arthritis and HIV, I choose HIV because it's a lot less painful.
Yeah, my mother has chronic arthritis, and I watch her. I've been watching her.
Debilitating.
Yeah, for years. I've been watching her cripple, and I'd be like, oh my God. Listen, and I was pre-diabetic, and I was like, I got to get this shit off of me because, listen, I can't even eat a sandwich. Imagine if I'd have sucked a dick with butter on it. I could have died right there.
You could have died right there.
Right there on the spot.
Yeah, silicone lube, maybe.
Oh, it's too much in me already. I don't want no silicone. Tristan, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been great spending time with you, as always.
We got a lot of stuff to do. We got to get down there to Atlanta and wipe that shit out.
Yeah, let's go to Atlanta. I love that idea.
Yeah.
Hot Atlanta.
All right, y'all, honey. This has been Outlaws Podcast with TS Madison and Tristan Schukraft. Please visit www.mistr.com for all things PrEP and
HIV. TrystHotels.com too.
And TrystHotels.com. Oh, yeah. I'm coming to that Rio de Janeiro.
Oh, it's going to be beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. You're going to love it.
Yes.
You might never come home.
Don't tempt me with a good time. You could take $2 over there and live like a billionaire. Bye, y'all. Is it still on? Is it still on? Is it still recording? Hey guys, this is TS Madison, honey. And guess what? We're still recording. If you want to get the rest of this juicy and funny episode, please visit us at www.patreon.com/outlaws with TS Madison, honey, to get the real uncut version of the show. Because what? We're still recording.